is it that there are no black managers, no black general managers, no black owners?
Well, Mr. Koppel, there have been some black managers, but I really can't answer that question directly. The only thing I can say is that you have to pay your dues when you become a manager. Generally, you have to go to minor leagues. There's not very much pay involved. And some of the better-known black players have been able to get into other fields and make a pretty good living in that way.
Yeah, but you know in your heart of hearts, and we're going to take a break for a commercial, you know that that's a lot of baloney. I mean, there are a lot of black players, there are a lot of great black baseball men who would dearly love to be in managerial positions. And I guess what I'm really asking you is to, you know, peel it away a little bit. Just tell me, why do you think it is? Is there still that much prejudice in baseball today?
No, I don't believe it's prejudice. I truly believe that they may not have some of the necessities to be, let's say, a field manager or perhaps a general manager.
You really believe that?
Well, I don't say that they're all of them, but they certainly are short. How many quarterbacks do you have? How many pitchers do you have that are black?
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I got to tell you, that sounds like the same kind of garbage we were hearing 40 years ago about players when they were saying, not really cut out. You remember the days, you know, they hit a black football player in the knees, and you know, no, that really sounds like garbage if you forget to say so.
It's not garbage, Mr. Koppel, because I played on a college team, and the center fielder was black, and in the backfield at NYU with a fullback who was black. Never knew the difference of whether he was black or white. We were teammates. So it just might be that why are black men or black people not good swimmers? Because they don't have the buoyancy.
Oh, it may just be that they don't have access to all the country clubs and the pools.
The Roman Circus. They pay anchormen like Dan Rather $2 million a year because he doesn't question them. He knows that if he goes against them, he's going to lose $2 million a year. Do you think a man that looks pretty and sits in front of a TV camera for the 6 o'clock news is worth $2 million a year? No way. I don't care how long he works, and I don't care what he does. There is no job worth $2 million a year. That's why they pay athletes these fantastic salaries. I was listening to the radio the other day. They just contracted to pay one player on one team $6 million a year. Can you believe this?
And why is that?
It's the Roman Circus. What does the emperor do when the people become restive, and when the people are asking questions, and when the people don't like the policies of the emperor? He sends them to the circus. He creates a circus. He builds a giant coliseum. And he begins to throw the Christians to the lions. And he has great chariot races and football games and basketball games, all to keep the idiots preoccupied with things that don't mean anything in the scheme of the entire world, so that they don't have the time to learn what the truth is, so they don't ever get smart enough to learn how they're being manipulated, so they don't ever question the emperor. I know men who don't know anything in the world except who plays third base for the Mets, and they think that's a great accomplishment, and they meet and pat each other on the back and bond and go have cocktails and talk about what this guy that plays third base for the Mets did in last night's game. It's sad. It's a game. Football's a game. Football's a game. But let me tell you something. When 150 of the most powerful men and women in the world can meet in secret in Baden-Baden, Germany, and plot the fate of billions, and nobody even cares about it, but 6 football players go to lunch together, and it's in the headlines across the country, you have a reflection of the society in which that exists. And it is a sick society that is doomed to self-destruction. That's what makes me so sick, is that I'm trying to wake up a people who on a daily basis are proving the ones that I'm warning them about to be right. A nation of people who are willing to send their sons and daughters that they profess that they love to a foreign country to die, and they use the excuse to themselves that they're sending them off to defend our country, and they know damn well that's a lie.
Social intelligence by putting sport in the news. What idiotic people. Sport. A nigger running a ball. You ain't supposed to have done that thing past 12 years old. A nigga don't supposed to do nothing with no balls. Come on now, let's be realistic about it. That's the most idiotic thing in the world. That's why they give you the most money for it. After 12 years old, you're supposed to have outgrown that. I really look at the TV now because I have advanced my mind, and I say, how stupid do they think I am to think I'm going to get into a person picking up? And you know, the women been saying this a long time ago, but they just didn't open up their mouth. They knew that shit was stupid. It don't make no sense. But the man is a child, fragile ego. We got to grow up. How stupid, how idiot, let's be real here. How idiot can we get to watch some ignoramus run down a football field with a leather ball that the cracker made up? You really think about how dumb it is. It's the stupidest thing in the world. Basketball, stupid. It's idiot. Do you want to understand? I want to get out of this. I'm a revolutionary. And you turn it on the game? Come on, man. We got to be bigger than this. A doggone basketball game and a football game and a baseball game. That's the crackers in that, because the cracker's a child. The cracker has no soul. So to get the spiritual high, he got to bungee jump off a doggone mountain. He got to ride motorcycles around a doggone loop and jump across the doggone Grand Canyon in a rocket. Come on, man. That's because he has no soul. And he's got to keep that extra adrenaline, he calls it. All the rush of adrenaline. Skydiving. Jumping off cliffs. The football game, the basketball game. And you done got into this childhood stuff. It's idiotic.